could watch you for a lifetime. You're my favorite movie, 1,000 endings. You mean everything to me. I never know what's coming.
Amazing day. This bride was going to get married outside no matter what, and the heavens have shined on you today. Welcome, welcome. We are gathered here in the name of love. And is there a more wonderful reason to gather? We gather to acknowledge, to celebrate, to share in the joy that is Jen and Dave. We gather to witness their marriage today. It is amazing and beautiful. May God, who is love, bless this marriage. Be assured that there is a mystery far greater than us, loving us through our lives. And may the mystery and peace of God's love unfold and wrap its arms around you this day. May each day of your marriage be blessed. At this time, Laura and then Lindsay are going to offer us some reading.
I promise, my darling, to be your best friend, to settle the quarrels before the day ends, to teach you new things and learn in return, have debts, colds and baths, and share lasting concerns. I promise, my love, to be silly with you, to giggle in restaurants and cinema queues, the romance and humdrum, all blessed to bliss, a life battle plan that's sealed with a kiss. From school runs and housework to sweet pillow talks, from mortgage repayments to long country walks, a cup of coffee in bed when the morning begins, and then when it's over, I'll pour you a gin. I promise I'll seek to avoid nasty schisms. I know that at times we'll need 2 televisions. I love you so much that whenever we fight, I'll learn to repeat, I was wrong, you were right. I'll cook for you, darling, that's what love's about. A meal made from scratch is worth 100 out. I'll shield you from worries that swing overhead. I promise I'll try to be awesome in bed. I promise, my darling, I'll give you your space. When you're on the loo, dear, I'll spare you my face. But know that I'll be there when your spirit sinks to match you for messiness, cuddles, and drinks. I love you, my darling, so let's live together. Stack days into decades to make our forever.
I love you, not only for what you are, but for what I am when I am with you. I love you, not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you for that part of me that you bring out. I love you for putting your hand into my heart, heaped up heart, and passing over all the foolish, weak things that you can't help dimly seeing there. And for drawing out into the light all the beautiful belongings that no one else had looked quite far enough to find. I love you because you are helping me to make of the lumber of my life, not a tavern, but a temple. Out of the works of my everyday, not a reproach, but a song. I love you because you have done more than any creed could have done to make me good, and more than any fate could have done to make me happy. You have done it without a touch, without a word, without a sign. You have done it by being yourself. Perhaps that is what being a friend means after all.
Thank you. 2 beautiful readings on love and what these poets feel about love. Now, I know for Jen and Dave, you might say it was not love at first sight. Possibly close to the antithesis of love at first sight, maybe. But the 2 of you got to know one another, the deeper one another. This love feels so real, it is sometimes scary and exciting. And that is not a bad thing, because we should be a little scared. It keeps you alert and awake to keeping the love real and new. Love is a paradox. Love is strong. It gives us strength. It gives us strength and bravery to do things that we could never do without love. It allows us to accomplish amazing things and face really difficult times. But the paradox is love is also very fragile. It needs tenderness and nurturing and kindness. The beauty of love is in this paradox. It will give you strength to get through the days, and you must nurture it in its fragility. Draw strength from love and treat it as though it is the most precious thing in the world, because it is. The reason we are all here living these lives is to love and be loved. That's the meaning of it all. So a final thought for you, thinking about important questions in life. The important question is not, will I have to face painful and difficult times? Because you will. We all will. Life is complicated and messy, and honestly, it only gets more so as it goes on. You will have to face painful and difficult times. So the more important question is, will you have to face those times alone? And you can look into each other's eyes and know that answer. You are not alone. You not only have each other, but you have all of these amazing people, these family and friends who are gathered to share this love, this day, this moment with you. So, your declaration of intention. A wedding is more than a celebration of the love which lives in Jen's and Dave's hearts today. It reaches into the future and proclaims their intentions that tomorrow will hold. A couple who wed are joined not only by the mutual affection and love they share, but also by their dreams, their promises, and their hopes of what will be. The promises and vows you make this day will guide you into your common future. I will ask you now if you are prepared to make those promises. Dave, will you take Jen as your wife, as your companion and best friend for life? Will you treat her with love and devotion, honor and respect? Will you stand by her through all of life as a faithful and caring husband?
I will.
Jen, will you take Dave as your husband, as your companion and best friend for life? Will you treat him with love and devotion, honor and respect? Will you stand by him all through life as a faithful and caring wife?
I will.
You just want to turn for a moment and face the gathered people. Because all of these people have come to celebrate this day of love with you. And all of you are here not only as witnesses, but as fellow travelers on their journey. You're here to support them not only this day, but each day as they move through their marriage. You are not passive bystanders, but active participants. They do not have to face difficult times alone. They have all of you. So I ask each of you here now, are you willing to support Jen and Dave in their marriage, to share in the joy and laughter, and also to share in the times of sorrow, to support their love and to be a part of their lives together? If so, please let them hear a resounding I will.
I will.
Right. And Jen and Dave, you will now speak your wedding vows to one another.
Roses are red. Violets are blue. Boy, oh boy, Jenny, do I love you. Your turn. No, just kidding. Just kidding. So, when I was writing these vows, a couple of words just kept coming to me, a couple phrases. Stuff like pasta, spaghetti and meatballs, peanut butter and jelly, bacon and eggs, and chips and dip. And then Jenny and Dave. And when you put them all together, one thing is obvious. They just are better together. They just work better together. So, now for my real vows. From the moment our paths crossed, you surprised me, distracted me, captivated me, and supported me in a way that no human being ever has. I've fallen in love with you again and again, countless times without reservation. And I still can't believe that today I get to marry my best friend. And no, it's not Nicholas Groff. I promise to be true to you, to uplift you and support you, to frustrate and challenge you, and to share with you the beautiful moments in life. And someday, if the stars align, I even might let the Patriots beat the Giants in a football game. That's for you, Gabe.
I will.
No matter what trials we encounter together or how much time has passed, I know that our love will never fade. That we will always find strength in one another and that we will continue to grow side by side. I believe in the truth of what we are, and I will love you always with every beat of my heart.
I hate you for going first.
Hey. Everything happens for a reason. I have lived by this quote since I was a desperate, shy high school freshman who never thought she'd find anyone to love. I stand here now, knowing you are my reason. Since we have met, you have changed me for the better. I am more myself with you than I ever was without. You have taught me confidence and understanding, and you have shown me no matter what age you are, you can always still act like a kid and enjoy life every day. Most of all, you have taught me what love is, and that is what we're celebrating today as our lifetime together begins. I realize there are many reasons I have fallen in love with you, but the ones I cherish the most are the small details. I love how we chose the song Every Breath You Take as our freshman year of college, not realizing it was written about a stalker. I love when you kiss me on the forehead when there's no reason to. Your dedication and value towards family, and I know you will be an amazing father to our children. I hate, but secretly do love that you still get confused between the spelling of the word no and now. We may not know what tomorrow brings, but over our lifetime, each and every day, I promise to be there to laugh with you at nothing, to snuggle on the couch on Sunday mornings, to lay in bed and talk about anything, to comfort you in times of sorrow, like the day the Pats will beat the Giants in the Super Bowl. But most of all, I promise to love you, and to tell you every day how much I love you. For the past 6 years, whenever we have mentioned those three words, you have always answered back, I love you more. Not that I believe that's possible, but I treasure that, because it's exactly what our love is. It's more than love. I can't wait to see where our love and our life together takes us. We will grow old together, and even when we're 90 years old with gray hair, we will be making decisions with rock, paper, scissors, shoot, eating takeout in bed, watching St. Martin sunrising, and arguing over who won the elevator pitch. I did. Senior year at Union. and looking back over a lifetime of more love than I could ever have wished for. Dave, you are my everything for a reason, my best friend, my first love, and my forever love. I cannot wait to spend the rest of my lifetime with you. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and promise I always will.
No, 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 no!
What are we going to do with her? Wow. Those are beautiful. Might I suggest each anniversary you take those out and read them to one another. And remember the reasons you chose one another. Jen and Dave, what will you share to symbolize your love? Luckily she's not white. May you wear these rings as reminders of your encircling love and unending faithfulness, that all your life you may know joy and peace in one another. Jen, I give you this ring as a sign of my love.
Jen, I give you this ring as a sign of my love and faithfulness.
Dave, I give you this ring as a sign of my love. Dave, I give you this ring as a sign of my love and faithfulness. He's really big knuckles. Doesn't fit. Never to come off.
I would have to take off.
Jen and Dave, you have committed yourselves beautifully, joyfully, and lovingly to one another on this amazing day. Fulfill your promises, love one another, rejoice in your commitment to one another. You may now kiss one another.
I just get totally nervous. I cannot deal with being in front of people. But if I had to, shut up. If I have to be in front of people, I could not choose a better bunch of people to be in front of. So. First of all, for Daphne and I would like to thank everybody for coming. This is a great crowd. We're especially impressed by some of the distances that people came from. There's several parties from California. From London, Daphne's sister and brother-in-law and their son came all the way from London and then drove God knows how far to get something that Jenny asked them to get. They drove down to Cape Cod from the airport in Boston and then turned around and drove all the way. Thank you, Martin and Tish, because otherwise I would have had to friggin' do it. We also have guests from Germany that I don't know a thing about, so I can't say much, but thank you for coming. And then we have our long-distance guest, Louisa and her boyfriend from Brazil. Now, this is a funny, a strange story. Louisa is the daughter of the guy that Daphne dated for several years in Brazil. and she's a wonderful kid. She came up and spent 3 or 4 months with us, and I now consider her my Brazilian daughter. But when she was with us, the one thing she loved about America was pancakes. And in honor of that, we would like to give her some pure Vermont maple syrup. I don't. You can give it to her. Louisa, you're my daughter, my Brazilian daughter. I have daughters in many corners of the world. Most of them I don't know, but this is the way I have to go. I have to get on the roll. Otherwise, I'll just lock up and not say anything. Anyways, as far as Jenny and Dave, I'll start with Dave. You know, the first time I met Dave on a one-week trip to our house in St. Martin, I thought it was just a friend from school. And the first day I saw them together, I said, shit, he's no friend. This is something special here. And then when I found out he was a Yankee fan and a Giants fan, I said, oh my God, I don't think I can support this. But then he took me to my favorite bar in St. Martin and proceeded to buy me 75-cent beers and jalapeno poppers. And after that, I was his. So now the tough part. Some people are born with courage. Others find it in bottles, drugs. I find it in aviator tunnels. Jenny, I mean, in all honesty, I'm a shallow son of a bitch. I really thought I didn't have much emotion at all for years. And then all of a sudden, you know, there was a little bit when I married Daphne. It was more than a little bit, but it was sort of, but then I saw Jenny be born, and it like totally changed my life. First time ever I counted myself as an emotional, just a softie. Before that I thought, nothing bothers me, I was a rock. Yeah. But when I saw her born, and the first couple of years I spent with her, it's meant so much to me. And I just realized how much feeling I had for this. I used to sit up with her at night sometimes and just hold her, like in a dancing sort of motion. And as you'll see later today, that sort of became the theme of our song. Because later on in life, we used to watch this stupid-ass movie called 9 Months. And at the very end of it, the dad who didn't want to be a dad, who never expected that he would get into it, ends up dancing with his baby. And it brought back all these memories of how I used to spend some time with Jenny, try to let Daphne sleep a little, and I would just hold her and like dance. And at the end of that movie, there's just a scene, and that's our dance song for tonight. So the whole time that she's grown up, most of you know her as a beautiful, vivacious, successful, I guess, young woman, but to me, she still is my little girl. I need a drink. I should have had an easy tiger, that's why. So anyway, she is my little girl. I can't stop thinking. For about 10, I mean, I know I'm going way long, but I can't help it. For 10 years now, Daphne's been saying, let her grow up, let her grow up. And I can't do it. But I really feel tonight is the night I can let her grow up. Because I was amazed how much I think Dave actually is more interested in doing stuff for her than I am. Which is odd about, I mean, I'm the only asshole in the world that would drive to Columbus. Because my daughter asked me so she could spend 6 more hours with her boyfriend. But the first time I saw them, and every time since, I'm amazed how much Dave is into her. And for that, I fully support this thing, even though he is a friggin' Yankee thing guy. So, Dave, Jenny, I can't, tonight, you're no longer my little girl, you're his wife. Thank you.